Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined with the other host,
Karen.
And Karen, what are we talking about today?
The picks that we've had since our last pick collection.
Yeah, so we did a video, another one of these 666s, a year or so ago.
Probably.
It's been a while, where we talked about the small amount of picks we had collected at concerts by catching them or just grabbing them off the floor or whatnot, or just even like the merch table. Like I did the pick game for Avatar and didn't win, so they gave me a pick. So shit like that. And merch packages sometimes come with picks and whatnot. So just talking about the picks we have collected since that time now. So I guess we can just start diving into it.
Yeah, just any random one.
We've got this Disturbed one from their last tour they did.
Yeah, I don't remember what show would this been from.
That would probably been Tinley Park.
Oh yeah.
With Ginger, and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
So another John Moyer.
Yeah, that's the only one I have is John Moyer.
Yeah. But you got one from 2019 and now a 2023 one as well.
Yep.
So that was kind of cool. We've got these 3 picks from Detroit here from Metallica. We got 2 identical ones from the first show, November 10th. I think that was the first show.
Yes. Yep.
So we got 2 identical
closer
ones.
To the stage.
Yeah.
November 10th. Yeah.
So we can probably try to trade one of these with somebody or just give it away at some point. We don't need 2 identical ones. I don't know why we didn't just give one away that night.
Yeah, I guess we weren't really in that.
Or just not even thinking about it at that point.
Yeah.
And then we also went to Damaged Inc., the tribute show in between the 2 shows.
Yes.
And we caught one of their picks as well, which was really cool. Yep. Yellow, just like the other one. And I think that has just some art on the back and whatnot.
We actually had 2 picks from that show, but I gave one to
that one we did.
Kid.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were giving away. Maybe we just thought these were different.
Yeah, maybe we thought they were different.
Because I do like to keep one of each unique pick that we get. We don't need duplicates. So
we used to keep every pick that we ever got, and now we're just we don't.
Once we get one, we'll give the other ones away.
Yeah.
Along that lines, we got 2 from the boat from Randy's picks when we were at their Lamb of God second set, their Ashes of the Wake.
They just threw a shit ton of picks.
And we were up top behind the stage, and somebody jumped over onto this metal awning type thing and started grabbing all the picks they could, and then jumped back over and just started handing them out to everyone. Yeah. So we ended up with a fuck ton of these picks.
Yeah.
Not a fuck ton, maybe 10 or so.
Yeah, we give a lot away.
But every time we just walk through the crowd and hand them off to people, here, have a pick, here, have a pick, here, have a pick.
And one person was like, oh, I already have a few. I don't need another one.
Yeah, I already got this one, but thank you. And just walked away. And it's oh shit, all right, that's cool. But everybody's doing the same thing. They're I have my one pick. I don't need another one.
Yeah.
But we got, I don't know how many picks Randy had, but we got 2 unique ones there. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Going back to Metallica, we have a bunch of Metallica picks here that we've gotten all of these ones from the garage sale bags.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, I think it was, or 2 garage sales ago, we got 2 of these, I think. I don't remember what ones we got, or maybe we already talked about those ones. I can't remember. Anywho, we had a bunch of these picks from that, and then last year we did the mystery backpack.
Yeah.
And it came with a pack of picks and guitar strings. We talked about that during the opening of that as well.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's where these 5 or 6 came from.
Yeah. It's fun to get them. We like them better when you go to the show. But,
yeah. It's more memorable for us if you go to the show, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's cool to have, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a 2015 pick from the show that we couldn't go to, and they were here in Chicago. Not the show in Chicago, but the tour. Anyways.
We've got this one here. This was the first one that I've gotten that has it's cut by the band or the player.
Yeah.
So he can have a better grip on it.
Like a grip on it, yeah. Because we have a couple from, or at least one from James where the wolf head is gripped.
Yes.
So he can,
it's textured. Yeah, you can definitely hold on to that. Yeah. But this one was the first one we got that has the slits in it where he looks like he cut it with a knife or something.
Yep.
This is Johnny Chicago from Pop Evil.
Pop Evil.
We were at that show at Concord, and we talked about that show, and we talked about this pick there. We were standing pretty far in the back, and I remember this hitting me in the chest and being ow, what the fuck was that? It wasn't...
we weren't really far back. So at Concord, there's 2 pillars. Yeah. There wasn't very many people there. So there was we were in the back, but there's 2 pillars, and we were standing middle of that. So we weren't way in the back, but we were in the back of the crowd because there wasn't that many people there.
But it didn't hurt or anything, right? It just
hit.
it definitely like you could feel. I felt it and like, what the fuck was that? And I
Yeah.
looked down on the ground and like there's this pick. And I was like, oh shit, all right, that's cool. But I remember getting that one and that was kind of a fun experience.
Yeah, it's different.
Another one like that, also at Concord, was Machine Head, and they had custom picks for that show as well. And when I get picks,
it's a different show, but at the same venue.
At the same venue. When we get picks and they throw them out in the crowd, I don't jump on the ground like everybody else. I think it's got to look funny as shit from the band's perspective, standing there when you throw picks out, because it's just like going with when you go to the zoo or whatnot that has the fish and you buy the food
and then they're like,
and you just throw the food out there. It's the same. It's got to look the exact same thing with people and picks. Like you just throw. Yeah. Even from my perspective in the crowd looking up, it's fucking hilarious to see. Also, I'm not gonna jump down and injure myself, or I don't care that much about the pick. I want one, but I'm not gonna do that kind of shit for it. But when I do get one near me, I'll usually step on it and like I'll leave my foot there, put all my weight on my foot, and not move it, and then you'll end up like going down and grabbing it. I did that this night. It was later. The crowd had kind of thinned out a bit, and I think somebody on stage saw one and just threw it in the little bit of crowd left. And I quickly put my foot down. Somebody was trying to like lift my foot and grab it.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I think they were arguing like, I got my finger on it. It's like, but my foot's here. You're trying to pry my foot off of it to get this. Like I'm not moving. But yeah, I got
we don't like fight people over them, but
no, but this is another one where it's cut up so you can have a grip on it, which is really cool. Again, the Pop Evil one and now that one are the only two I think I have that are like that.
That are cut manually.
Yeah,
this looks like it's cut manually.
Yep.
This one might be a machine though. It's pretty uniform on both sides.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's printed like.
It's made that way?
Yeah, this one's not. This one's cut because it's not uniform on both sides.
Oh, all right, maybe.
I'm just saying, it looks like it's pretty uniform.
Yeah,
unless they have a machine that they put it in or something to cut it.
I don't know. Another one we got was a Breaking Benjamin one. I don't think we got this at the show with Disturbed.
Oh, I thought it was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know we got one in Des Moines, not Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and we gave that away because there was a couple there who were like super fucking in.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought we got two of them. We gave one away to them, but maybe not.
No, I think this was from Tinley Park.
Tinley Park also?
We paid for the pit tickets and we were really close. I think this was from Tinley Park.
I can't remember, but we got this.
But I think when we got the one in Cedar Rapids, we were like, oh, it's exactly the same. And we already have one. So.
Yeah. That's probably what it was then. Okay. Another Milwaukee Metal Fest, got that just in like the merch package. Yeah. I think we have another one. I threw it in the old pack already, but same one that we had the previous year.
Yeah, it's just the same pick.
Got this Violence one that was at the
Reggie's show.
Reggie's show, yeah. And after the band got done, I was just like, "Hey, awesome set!" And they're like, "Oh, here, have a pick then." And I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, that's cool." And that was fun, yeah. Also along those lines, very similar story. When we were in Ireland, at not Dolan's, Whelan's in Dublin.
In Dublin, yeah. Dolan's is in Limerick. Whelan is in Dublin.
We saw Evil, Tortured Demon, and I can't remember. Psychosis, maybe it was them. I can't remember. But this young thrash band was up there just killing it. And I was going back to get a beer, going to the bathroom or something. And as I'm walking back into the floor, the bass player or guitar, I can't remember who.
Yeah.
I think it was the bass player.
I think it's the bass player because he's the one that had like the tattoo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And just saw him walking towards me like, oh shit, hey, awesome set, dude. And he's like, oh, thanks. Here's a pick. And just walked off. I'm like, oh shit. So very similar to Violence, just like, hey, you guys put on an awesome set. Thank you so much. Like, oh, hey, here's a pick. Thank you.
I wanted to talk to them because I was like, man, if you ever make it to the States, like, let us know because I want to see you again, sort of thing.
So that was really cool.
Oh, it's signed too.
I don't think it's a real. Could be printed on there.
Oh, it could be printed.
Yeah,
that's cool though.
Also in Ireland, in Dublin, we went to the Irish Rock and Roll Museum. We did an episode on that.
Yes,
a couple maybe. But we ended up buying one of the picks they had for selling their merch gift shop.
Just because we do.
Yeah,
we like picks. Yeah.
Let's go to these here. Going back to Metallica, and talking about sort of the stepping on the pick type thing. This is in Madrid. We got these picks from Madrid. we didn't get any of these from the band themselves. We got these all from a tech who we had met just wandering around. He was at the pop-up shop, and we just started talking to him.
I was trying to think of the first time I saw him, but it was at the pop-up shop.
Yeah, because he was asking about posters, like the pop-up posters, and we were talking to him about that. And I went up to see if they have any more, and they didn't. I was like, "Oh, you should come back tomorrow. They should have them. It's not selling like they do in the States. Like we were here late, and they have a bunch of them." And he's like, "Oh, that's fine," and pulls out like his badges for like, I'm actually with the crew, so it shouldn't be
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's like,
oh, he did say like I can come anytime, but he's like, at tomorrow I have to set up.
Yeah. So it was like, if I want one bad enough, it's not going to be hard for me to get one if I need one. Yeah. But then he's like, yeah, come find me when you go to the shows and I'll give you a pick or something. I was like, oh shit, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And that's how we got all of these but one, the Rob green pick here. He gave us the night one pick the first night and a handful of other picks, which is where we got these other two big ones here.
The base ones, yeah.
We gave a bunch of those away as we're walking around. We found just little kids all over the place and like, here, have a pick. Here, have a pick. Same thing though. We kept unique ones.
Yes.
And then we gave all the duplicates away.
Yeah.
The duplicates we had were mainly the blackened picks. I think there was one M72 pick that we ended up giving away, which I kind of feel bad about that. But at the same time, it's a free pick. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the two kids that are most memorable to me, well, there's two scenarios. One is night one, we were just like walking outside the stadium and there was two kids with probably their mom, I'm assuming. And like you handed them the two picks or whatever. And the mom was just like, are you serious? Yeah. Like it was like, and I think I even heard when we were walking, because they spoke English, but like when we walked away and they were just like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like they were like super excited that you gave them a pick.
I remember walking away and hearing them like shout and being like super excited about it. And that was like a joy in itself. Just like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
And then night two, we were kind of standing a little bit outside of the crowd, like on the floor, but like outside. Right, yeah. And there was just this little boy just like going like.
And you had a show pick, I think.
Yes, and it was a show. It was the Madrid night one. And like I go to hand it to him and he like, he literally does this. Like he takes it like in his hand and then he's like, and then like gives it back to me. And his dad gets down like at his level. He's like, me puppy, like I'm his dad sort of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, like here you go. And then I think he was like trying to explain to him like I just kind of walked away. I didn't stand there or whatever. And he was like, oh, gracias. And then you said that you looked over and like kind of showing like all his friends and they were like, oh, surprised and like
I think so because it was at the beginning of the night and this kid's just as soon as Metallica starts playing this kid's just doing like air guitar and then all of a sudden like a bunch of people get around him and start doing air guitar with him. It was fucking awesome to see. But yeah, it was the show pick and he might have been like, how the fuck did you get a show pick already? But again, the tech just like we ran into him before he even started working. He's like, oh, here, have a couple picks again. So super awesome dude.
And we weren't like talking to him to get picks. It's more like, hey, like you're cool, man.
Yeah, that's
like I don't know. Like I don't know how to say that. Like,
we were just talking to him in line, and he was just a cool guy. The Rob one though, another guy at the pop-up shop we met, Yoke or Yoken, I can't remember.
Yeah, on Instagram it's Yoke, so I can't remember like his full name because he said his full name, but then he said Yoke.
Yeah, so. I think it's Yoken. I can't remember either. I'm sorry about that. I'm stuck with fucking names.
I know. But at least we have a few names from this trip because there's a lot of times where we don't even ask the names. So.
But Yoke,
he wanted a Kirk pick.
He wanted the neon green Kirk pick.
Yeah, it's like a heart.
He hadn't had one yet. He had the I Disappear pass for Europe and had been to all the fucking shows. This was the last show in Europe.
And it seems like he gets rail every single show.
I think so, yeah. So that first night when we got all the picks from the tech, one of them was that neon green, and I hadn't had one. We don't have one yet.
No, we don't. Yeah.
And it's one of those things like it's kind of cool. We'd like it, but Yoke said he really wanted one.
He needed one for his collection. So
he was the last one he needed. So we messaged him on Instagram that night as we're walking out. It's like, hey, if you're still here, we have a pick for you. If not, we can meet up sometime. And he's like, yeah, I'm still here. Come by. I'll be standing over here waiting for some friends. And walked over, gave him the pick. He's like, man, this is so awesome. Thank you. I actually got one tonight. I caught it tonight. So I don't need it, but I'll take it, and it'll be a good reminder of you guys and this environment, like just meeting you and be a positive memory of that. And he's like, do you want one of the ones I have? And this is the Rob one I've seen all the time on when they do the set list with all the picks around them. This is always there, and I'm like, that'd be so fucking cool to get that. And when he had that, I was like, can we get this one? He's like, I don't know if I have a duplicate. Let me check something out. And he's like looking through his phone and can't find anything. He's like, fuck it, have it. Like, oh, go ahead. Even if I don't have one, it's
I think
fine.
we said like multiple times, like, no, it's okay. Like, we don't want to take something that you don't have.
And he's like, well, no, it's fine. I have a good memory of you guys now. Now you'll have a good memory of me. And sure enough, like, whenever I look at this, I think of him now. So it's like, it's an awesome
little
pick.
Interaction that we have or whatever. Yeah. So,
and out of all the picks, that's probably my favorite one because of that interaction.
Yeah.
Meeting the tech was super fucking awesome. He's super generous. He was also giving out the picks to like all the kids around him as well.
Yeah.
That was fun as well. But that whole experience of Yoke, I think of all these 5 picks we have, this one's my favorite because of that experience.
The little interaction that we had with them.
Yeah. Have just a couple more left. This next category here
are the I don't knows.
Yeah, they're just generic picks that we had picked up. I think either this yellow or this blue one with the turtle on it we got at Sound Growler's birthday party last year in 2023.
Yes. Yep.
The other ones I don't know. Picked up as well, just randomly thrown out into the crowd and picked them up. I can't remember. This big loud rock.
I have no clue where we got that.
I don't either. It's got to be something where like a promoter like at a show or something was like just handing out free picks and shit.
Yeah.
And that's where we grabbed that as well. So I don't remember where we got that one. All of these I don't remember, except for one of these two, the blue or yellow is definitely from that Sound Growler.
When we got these generic ones, we were like, oh, we need to write on the back, like a reminder of where we got them. And we never did that. And now it's at the point where we have no clue.
Yeah. And that was kind of funny because they threw, a couple of the bands threw picks out during that show at Sound Growler.
Yeah.
And nobody really gave
they just
shit.
like, because it was outside, like on the parking lot. And like it would just like sit there. And it's like, the first guy like walked up and he's like, okay, like I'll pick that up. And I kind of did the same thing. And that's why I think it's the blue one. Because I think I remember that. Like it like got thrown out and I like kind of stood there for a little bit and I'm like, okay, like I'll go pick it up.
A little while later, another pick got thrown out and it sat there for a little bit and somebody like was in the crowd looking at it and then looked around and quickly ran over to it and grabbed it and was like, I got a pick. Like just making a whole scene out of it, like just making fun of that whole experience and whatnot. Yeah. So that was funny. But these ones are sort of the I don't know, no picks.
Yeah.
And then our last and final pick is our friends at Thrash of the Titans. Got us another pick. So that was fucking awesome.
Yep. I'm sure we could get a whole bag of these if we really wanted.
We don't need a whole bag.
We don't know. No.
It's awesome. Like I think the last one was a black one. This is a white.
I think so.
So that's really cool. But yeah, like I said, we don't go out wanting to get picked. Like I want to get the picks, but I'm not going to fight for it. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, whatever. It's not the end of the world.
I want a drumstick for our collection.
You want a drumstick? Yes.
From anybody. I don't care.
Yep.
Greg, give me a drumstick.
Someday we'll get a drumstick. But yeah, so that's our pick collection since the last time. Yep. We'll see how long it takes to fill up this little heart-shaped thingy we have that we put them in, and we'll
do it again in a year or 2.
2 years, maybe. Who knows? Well, someday we'll do it again, maybe.
Yep.
In any case, we got these by going to live music. You need to go check out some live music. You can find some really cool fucking shit out there.
Bye.